Well, as a parent, keeping our kiddos safe on the road is a top priority. So anytime that there is advancement in child safety, we want to share it with you. That's why we have mifold joining us this morning. This is the world's top children's grab-and-go booster seat. CEO and co-founder of mifold, Jon Sumroy, joining us this morning. So as the father of a 7-year-old little girl, I am blown away that this is a child. This is a booster seat.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us a little bit about this company and how you came up with this.
So first of all, thank you for having me on the show and the opportunity of talking about it. When my kids were little, we were constantly carpooling, or my parents would be visiting with a rental car. We'd be trying to shove 3 kids in the back of the car, and the boosters were too big to carry around, too big to squeeze them in. I wanted something so small the kids could put it in their school bag, have it with them all the time, so they'd always be safe, you know, whoever's car they got in.
Right.
It didn't exist, and you know, I just started as a hobby.
Anyone that has ever had to do this, having to share, like maybe a relative picking up your kiddo after school or whatever it is, you have been through this. How do I get this booster seat with them? They're cumbersome, they're huge. How exactly does this work?
So it works in exactly the opposite way of a regular booster. A regular booster lifts the child up. That puts the belts on the bones, so it's in the right place, on the strongest part of the body if there's a collision. mifold works in the other way. Instead of lifting the child up to fit the seat belt, it holds the seat belt down to fit the child. It has 3 belt guides, these red clips, and it makes sure that the lap belt is on the bones across the top of the thigh against the pelvis and on the shoulder, not on the face or the neck.
Right, okay, so then what would happen is the lap belt slips through these pieces right here. So as opposed to Annalise's booster seat where it just kind of sits there, this safely guides it to where it needs to be on their body.
It positions the belt, both the lap belt and the chest strap correctly, so that if there's ever unfortunately a collision, all of the force will be absorbed on the strongest part of the body.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing. So tell us a little bit about, obviously you see we've got a variety of different colors, so it can kind of match your kid's personality. Tell us about the age range, the size range that this is good for.
Yeah, so this is for children aged 4 and above. And then the weight requirement is between 40 and 100 pounds, between 40 inches and 57 inches tall. So really it takes kids all the way from 4 until that adult seat belt fits correctly. We like children to stay in a 5-point harness, one of the big seats, for as long as possible, but as soon as they're ready to graduate out of that, this will keep them protected all the way through to when the seatbelt fits.
Wow, this is fantastic. Now, in terms of where we can get our hands on these, because I know that probably parents are watching right now saying, man, I got to get this, especially if they do, like you said, carpooling, maybe grandma and grandpa pick the kiddos up from school, or during spring break, they have someone taking them off for other things. Where do we get our hands on these?
Yeah, so you can buy it nationwide. You buy it on Amazon.com, which is one of our favorite partners, but also Target, 1,800 stores nationwide. This year we've gone into 1,000 Walmart stores, Buy Buy Baby, Nordstrom's, and obviously mifold.com, where in fact we have a St. Patrick's Day promotion on the green one at the moment.
Oh really?
So guys can save a little bit of money with free shipping on the green one for the next few days.
That is fantastic. So we've got this going on right now. Anything coming out down the road in 2019 with mifold, things that we can be looking for on the horizon?
Yeah, this is going to be a really exciting year for us. First of all, we're bringing out some new versions of the original mifold seat, but we've also created a high back booster that folds up. It's almost like a transformer. It starts like this big and it goes all the way up with a headrest and side rests. So for parents that want extra support and comfort for the child, we're bringing out the same compact safety, but with a high back.
This is just absolutely amazing, Jon. Thank you so much for bringing this in and sharing this invention with us.